I mean, like I said, how do you have like a overseas fan base? That's all I wanted to say, because I do numerous interviews. I did numerous. I did Drink Champs. I did numerous interviews, and they all do numbers. But it's like when I do VladTV, it's more like of a European thing. I don't like. It's like people overseas really watch Vlad. Like, how do you feel like you built like a worldwide spread instead of just maybe a local spread or just the U.S.? Like, how does that work?
I just think that I was the first in the space to keep feeding YouTube every day, 365 days a year, and it's a free platform, so it's available to everybody, right? Yeah, I mean, people have Netflix shows, but people got to pay for Netflix, and some people don't have Netflix accounts, right? They just can't afford it. But everyone's got YouTube, so it's a lowest common denominator. It's available to everybody. So the fact that I've been doing this since 2008, like, I'm not going to say who's the best, who's the worst, who's this, who's that, but timeline-wise, you can't name another person in this space that's been doing it at a high level the whole time. Right. So, for example, I ran into a dude recently who used to work for Ski TV. Remember DJ Ski?
Yeah, I remember that, yep.
Yeah. I've known Ski forever. Like, we're not close, but, we know each other. And I remember I even got the idea to call my channel VladTV from Ski TV. I'm like, okay, he took his name, he put TV on the end. Okay, that's kind of clever. Let me do the same thing with me. Ski TV, I think, was actually doing YouTube interviews before me, technically, maybe a few months before or something, a year before, I don't know. Right. But he never kept at it. He went on and started doing other stuff. So I kept at it. I was the first channel to take it seriously and kept at it. And now we're like 6.25 million subscribers. It just is what it is, man. And like, that's just the whole thing of we kept feeding people. So I meet people who grew up watching my stuff. They watched my stuff in elementary. They stopped watching my stuff in junior high. They watched my stuff in high school. Now they're adults. They have kids who watch my stuff. It's just one of those things where we're just a constant. And I thought about that at the time. Like, I thought, like, look, like, I can't compete with these big media companies, but I could release content every single day. So I'll give a reason for people to come back every single day to get something new and original.
Right. You stay consistent.
That's what I did. And 17 years later, I'm still doing it.
So you would say consistency is the key to VladTV to get you worldwide, and 100%. You still got a lot of fans from fucking years ago. And even to be in competition with like Worldstar at that moment, it was just like tough.
Me and Q were definitely had, more so he kind of didn't like me more so than the other way around. I always admired him, and like Q used to, like, before the internet, we were doing internet shit, Q used to take me on tours. Like, he used to be my booking agent. I remember we went to Bahrain together. And we was like messing with girls in the hotel room. Like,
he did go on a tour with us with us and Who Kid a while back. You're right. That's right. I remember that.
Yeah, Q is Who Kid's cousin, right?
Yeah, it was something with Who Kid, yeah.
Yeah, there's some sort of connection, right? So yeah, he would set up tours for me. He would go on some of these tours for me. I remember, man, we had been messing with some girls in a hotel room in Bahrain, and Q comes out of his room naked.
No.
Like, waving around his condom. Like, he had like a used condom that he was waving around. And like, Q was like a big fat dude. He was like 300-something pounds. It was something I did not want to fucking see. But Q was wild like that.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. That's fucking crazy.
But I think with Q, he started seeing me as competition, so he stopped kind of rocking with me. But then we got kind of cool at one point. I remember I actually flew out to Arizona. I went to his home, got to meet his family. I slept in the guest room and really got to, know him a little bit better. But and then he ended up passing, at like 30-something years old. You got to take care of yourself, man. Like, I tell people, like, right now, I'm under 200 pounds. I weigh 199 pounds.
Yeah.
I found out in July, I took a blood test. They said that I'm at the bottom level of being pre-diabetic. And that scared the shit out of me. And the doctor said, listen, I don't want to put you on any drugs, but if you lose weight, this will go away.
That's good.
So I had it said this particular part of the blood test, like hemoglobin something, for being pre-diabetic, I was at 57, which is the very bottom of being pre-diabetic.
Right.
I took another blood test about a little bit less than a month ago.
Yeah.
After I lost like 15 pounds, you know, just by taking it seriously. And now I'm at 55, which is well out of the range of being pre-diabetic.
Right.
So
That's great, man.
So yo, man, like I'm 52. Like we got to worry about being heavy because someone like a Q who was 300 some pounds, he had all the money in the world. He had the Aston Martin, he had the mansion, he had the jewels, he had all the you know, before the Instagram model chicks, you know, and all that type of shit. And then he ended up having a heart attack and dying in a massage parlor because you can't get older and keep being that type of weight, right? Like think about all of our heroes growing up, right? Heavy D died in his 40s. Big Pun died at like 29. He was like 600 pounds, right? Name me someone that we grew up with that had fat, big, or large in their name that's still alive. They're all dead.
All the fat boys done? Nah.
One is still alive, and he lost a ton of weight. Cool Rock Ski, I interviewed him. What?
Oh, world?
Prince Marky D died, I think, in his 40s, and Buffy, the human beatbox, died at like 25. Yeah, man, everyone checks out. You cannot be heavy and think you're gonna live a long life.
Right. No, I understand. I'm glad you lost the weight, man. You got health is wealth out here. You gotta,
yeah, man.
Yeah, rest in peace to Q too. He was the man. He just imagine how far you think he would have been if he was still here with Worldstar being so successful. But you know.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like I don't like saying this, but like Biggie, you know, although he died tragically, I don't think in 2025 he would have still been alive unless he drastically changed.
Yeah, dropped the weight, right.
You know, his lifestyle. Because remember how heavy he was? Remember after the car accident, he got even bigger?
Yeah, he did.
He was, when Biggie died, he looked like he was about 400 pounds or something like that.
Yeah, Biggie was
like,
definitely a big guy.
If he had survived that shooting.
He just was tall, so.
He wouldn't be alive, I don't think, if he would have just drastically changed his lifestyle. But, you know, but once again, he's got the word big in his name. So people like think, okay, that's, yeah, you know, I'm going to keep getting fatter because this is what I like, but you're not going to live like that.